Well, good evening, New Zealand, and welcome along to the Sistema Lunchbox in Dunedin as the All Blacks pop the cherry on 2025, the international season, versus La Coque versus France, as the anthems sing out throughout the Sistema Lunchbox here at a sold-out Forsyth Bar Stadium with myself, G Lane, here from the Export Beer Garden platform that we have here at Forsyth Bar Stadium. It's a great pleasure to welcome along into the commentary team this evening Finn Caddy, and on sideline Matt Heath.
Bonjour G Lane, bonjour New Zealand, wherever you might be joining us this evening. Wowee, what a sight it is here inside the Sistema Lunchbox as we embark on another call right in the middle of another national anthem. G Lane,
that's
right.
It
Only right, doesn't it?
It seems only right as the anthems wrap up and the All Blacks will form the haka, lay down the first challenge of this international season to a young, inexperienced French side, captained by Gaël Facu.
Who, sorry?
Gaël Facu is the captain of the French team, the most experienced member of the team, Gaël Facu, as they line up on the 10-metre line. And the All Blacks, well, there's a bit of confusion there. They lined up on the wrong 10-metre line, had to swap to the other. The French teams walk past each other. Cold stares. And the hunch we've got tonight, the TAB hunch we have tonight, Mashi.
Yes.
We have going for Fabian Holland, the debutant, otherwise known as the Red Lock District or the Dutch Rudder, to be an anytime try scorer, and the All Blacks to win by 11 to 30 points. That's paying $9 or $10. So we've stuck 100 on that. As Cody's 8%. Leads the haka. A cracking haka to pop the cherry on 25, led by Cody's 8%, and also good to see the Red Lock District at the back there, the Dutch Fabio, the Dutch Rudder, Fabian Holland, who was hidden at the back there. He would have been nervous about that first haka, Mashi.
Yeah, no, I know a white man trying to find his way to the back of the line better than anyone does, mate. And that's exactly what the Red Lock District was up to there. Wowee, what a haka it was, led by Cody Taylor, as you say, G Lane. And earlier you did mention that sideline tonight is Matty Heath.
Yes, he is sideline, but I can't see him on the sideline.
No, neither can I.
I think I can make him out in a corporate box up over there with the DB Export Ultra team.
Oh, is that where
we might not have maybe explained where the sideline starts and ends. Might have been our issue.
I thought we might not have to do something like that, but it turns out we do. But hopefully Matty Heath will join us later on in the program. But here we go. G Lane.
Yeah, 3236. If you want to get in touch with a theme tonight, maybe we go for a fruit theme since we're popping the cherry on 25.
Yeah, I don't mind a fruit theme, G Lane.
The 3236, get in touch throughout the game. Thank you for joining us live and free on iHeartradio and on Radio Hauraki, the first international of the year versus France. Coverage brought to you by the legends at Max Raft instead of concrete slabs. There's a Slippery Barrett has the ball, bouncing it on halfway, waiting for for the big screen to count down the game. A rather tedious process. But it's going to be the All Blacks to kick off first. Here at the Sistema lunchbox. Slippery Barrett kicks off into the 22 and taken down by the French number 8 immediately. Dog roll gets in there. He stays on his street feet though, the number 8. Muscles his way up to the 22. Just 25 metres in from their left-hand touch. He'll look to smash the box with the scrum half, which is Nolan Legarec. As Jordan takes this kick on the 10-metre line, fires it in to Barrett. Barrett has a go at the line. Good tackle on him though, just inside their own 10-metre. Camroids has it, goes blind. Dog roll to the 10-metre line. Good tackle on him though by the French. There are 10 metres, 15 metres in from that left-hand touch. The box kick for Severed Peace. He's going to fall just past the 10-metre line and well-timed, but he gets bumped off to Severed Peace and he stays down. There's a bit of an awkward contact for Severed Peace. Oh no, he's not good. He is not good. Severed Peace, the side of his head collided with the hip of the French number 10.
Oh, no, G-Lane.
Oh no, that's ruining all of our multis.
My multis are not looking good here.
Oh no, Severed Peace would have been going through a lot of multis. And
of course I hope he's okay, but dearie me, this is not good for my financial situation.
He went into that tackle all wrong, and the side of his head clattered with the hip of the Joris Segons, the first 5 for France, and he went to get up and he just dropped down to his knee again, and the referee immediately blew his whistle to get the medics on. He'll go off for an HIA, there's no doubt about that, and I don't think he'll be returning. And Damien McKenzie, with just less than a minute on the clock, is going to make his way out. Not a pretty handy replacement in the Smiling Hyena here at the Sistema lunchbox. Anything on the text machine? 3236. We're going for the All Blacks are popping their 25 cherry, 25 season cherries, so maybe fruit.
Yes.
Fruit related.
G-Lane, a lot of texts coming in already on 3236 in regards to fruit related rugby player nicknames. Banana Umanga, yep, that's a fantastic start.
Yeah, that's an easy target. As Severed Peace, gingerly, I don't think we'll be seeing him, Sevu Reece, for the remainder of this match. What about Dalton Papaya?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just as you say that, G-Lane, someone's coming through with Dalton Pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah. So, look, a lot to play with there.
So, Will Jordan is going to go to the right wing. He'll switch to the right wing, and Damien McKenzie goes to fullback. So, immediately a slight change in game plan for the All Blacks. Back 3. And everyone's multis are probably shot around the country, including my own. There goes that $37,000 multi.
All weekend we've been harping on about this $37,000 multi. Anyway, rugby is being played, G-Lane.
Yep, the French have it just outside their 22. They slam it down field and they bounce to the ball and it dribbles into touch about 10 metres outside the All Blacks 22. Right-hand touch.
We've had a fantastic day today, haven't we? We've been what I call grassroots footy. Yeah, we've been doing the grassroots tour of the Lower South Island today. Stopping in at a couple of local grounds. Yeah, went to Shark Park and watched the Sharks play Southern down there, and also the Sharks take on the Pirates as well. The Pirates had a good victory. It was a great fixture.
Dropped off 10 dozen beers into the changing room. That changing room, the smell, the liniment, as Camroids goes for the box kick down the left-hand touch. It's going to come down right on halfway. Ethan de Groot ran past it, let it bounce behind him, and in the French have it just inside the All Blacks half, centre field, looking for runners as he finds Tyler Dugat, the lock. But it goes back and they go into the air again to the French, and this is going to come down for McKenzie, but it sails back. They let it bounce, the All Blacks, and it's towed ahead by Proctor. Fires it back in field, but it goes forward. So it was a bit messy there. Original knock on by the All Blacks, and it's going to be a scrum to France, 5 metres in from the left-hand touch, just inside the All Black 10-metre line.
A few more texts coming in, G-Lane, on 3236 for our fruit-related nicknames. Grant Fig, Raisin Robinson.
Okay, I'll take that. At these early stages, I'd take it. There's the French coach is one of the greats, isn't he? He's really giving John Kerwin a run for his money with his bins, with those safety goggles he wears. It's a bit of a messy start though for the All Blacks. They've lost Severed Peace of the HIA. 3 minutes gone. It's 0-0
Yeah, they're just going to have to settle in here, find some rhythm. First game of the season, G-Lane.
Yep, scrum on the All Black 10 metre line. 5 metres in from the left-hand touch. Lagarek feeds the scrum. Good scrum from France. Tight as first 5 gives it around to the left winger with a little workaround. Their centre field, look like a little bit of a knock on, but it says play on, is Michael Gillard, the number 8. Gets taken in a good tackle though by Savia. They still centre field, 10 metre line. They move the ball right to the French. Gets over the advantage line. They continue to go down the right. Charge down though, and Holland has it. The Red Lock District has his first touch of the ball. Camroyd's pass is on the bounce to McKenzie. Gets caught flat-footed. They're going backwards, the All Blacks there. 10 metres outside their 22, 10 metre line. Camroyd's looks to slow things down. Gives it up to Barrett, Geordie Barrett. They'll look to potentially the 15 metres in from the left-hand touch and 5 metres out from their 22. And Camroyd's hit the box down the left-hand touch for Wanago Ioane to chase. Wanago Ioane, good times his tackle perfectly as it comes in just inside the French half. They maintain possession though, the French. They centre field, they move the ball. Still just inside their own half. Slow ball though for the French. And they spin it now to the left. And they put a little grubber kick through for the fullback. This looks good. Oh, and McKenzie knocks it backwards. The All Blacks under pressure here. Camroyd's back. 5 metres outside from their 22. The counter ruck from the French almost works, but Tupuvai takes it into contact just outside the 22. There's a Lele blue chant goes up around the stadium. There's a lot of French supporters here at Forsyth Bar as the box kick goes in again from Camroyd's for Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett will compete. It comes down on, it's knocked back by the French. The left winger, Gabin Villiers, takes it to the line. He loses it forward. Barrett has it now. Counter-attack opportunity for McKenzie over the 10 metre. Gives it up to Cody's 8%. Ilks run it straight, Cody's 8%. Over the halfway they go. Camroyd's slippery Barrett up to I am Groot.
He's held it.
Just on halfway, centre field. And a penalty to the French. They win the breakdown penalty. And it is that left winger for the French. Gabin Villiers got over the ball and they've got a penalty right on halfway. Potentially kickable in these conditions.
You'd think they might have a crack here, G-Lane.
Yep, they are. They're going to have a shot. It's going to be a big 50-metre penalty, so looking for some early points here. 6 minutes gone, it's 0-0.
Only 6 minutes gone. It feels like we've been out here for about half an hour, but I suppose that's what happens when Severis goes out early. Have we had any word on how he's getting on?
I don't think he'll be returning to the field.
No.
Severed piece. He got knocked the F out.
He wasn't answering even the simplest questions, I don't think, today. Anyway, plenty of text still coming in on 3236 G-Lane in relation to your
the fruit theme.
Fruit theme, of course. The All Blacks popping their cherry this evening. Cherry right.
Cherry right, yeah, like this. So this is good. This is going to be a mighty kick for Joly Segons, the quite chunky first 5 for the French. He's a big unit. But he's confident. He pointed straight to the post immediately. Matt Heath looks like he's potentially made his way to the sideline or not. I'm not sure. As he strikes as well. He's got no problem with the distance. And the direction's good, and France take the lead 3-0.
That's a fantastic nudge, G-Lane. No issues there at all. You can understand now why he pointed to the stick straight away.
That was over 50 metres, and it sailed over the crossbar, right down the hey diddle diddle.
Jeez, get him to the high vault. He'd kick it from 70.
So
that is some nudge.
The French have struck first. 7.5 minutes gone. It's 3-0. As Barrett kicks this off for the All Blacks. Again taken down by the big number 8, Michael Gillard. For the French, they're just inside their 22.
Just take it back, stay there, Black.
Oh, so polite, this ref, isn't he?
They look to just run it.
No hands!
Some big forwards, one-off runners.
Use it, please.
Just trying to set up for the box kick, and he's kicked this straight out. The French halfback, I think they're just looking to settle things down, and the All Blacks will have a line out on the French 10-metre line. Right-hand touch, 0-0. Oh no, sorry, not 0-0. 3-0 to France. 8 minutes gone. Short line out from the All Blacks. 4 on it. Tupuvai off the top. Camroids. Barrett to Geordie Barrett. Back inside it goes to Tossi, who's on the field. I'm not sure who he's on for. The workaround with Barrett. Up to Jordan. Jordan, though, gets picked up and slammed to the ground by Hugo Arudu. Almost a tip tackle, but he kind of stopped himself, the French lock. All Blacks still have it just inside the French half. Centre field goes back to Barrett. Barrett looking to kick in behind the French fullback, but sits it straight down his gullet and he takes a mark. So the French...
Sorry, G-Lane. I've been very quiet the last 5 minutes. We've got some technical difficulties here that I am dealing with, but we are getting there slowly, so bear with us, please, if you are listening at home and struggling through a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. But Will Jordan takes it early.
So quick line-out throw for the All Blacks. Up in the air goes McKenzie. It's going to come down just inside the French half, and but it goes back to the French. Got their tails up, the French. They're ahead 3-0. 9 minutes gone. Thanks for joining us on iHeartradio and on Radio Hauraki. But live and free coverage of every All Black game, home game this summer, winter. Depends where you are.
It's all the same thing, really.
Depends where you're listening from on iHeartradio. Could be summer, could be summer in the UK. Could be summer in the Northern Hemisphere as the French put this into the air again. This is punishing amount of kicking going on in this game already, and they let it bounce.
Oh.
And it's been knocked on by the All Blacks. And it's going to be a scrum to the French. So... a little bit scrappy here from the All Blacks. It's going to be a French scrum just inside the All Blacks 10-metre line, 20 metres in from the right-hand touch. And obviously, Seven Reese is off. He will not be returning to the field tonight. And Damien McKenzie is on, who's at fullback, and Will Jordan's moved to the right wing.
10 minutes in, G-Lane. What are you thinking in terms of score prediction?
Well, I was picking a 40-something to 20 to the All Blacks, but at the moment, they're struggling to get out of their own half.
Yeah, you'd have to say the first 10 minutes of this one has changed things slightly. I was also thinking 50-plus here. Of course, 55 was the over-under, I believe.
Yeah, 55 and a half was the totals.
And I imagine there's a lot of people out there that click that over button, so my fingers are crossed for you.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been a good start. I'd say that 7-piece was running through a lot of multis already, but they've got a good attacking opportunity here with a big 20-metre blindside just inside the All Black 10-metre line. It's a solid scrum from the French too. And they move the ball. Down the blindside goes the halfback. Darts off, gives it up to the right winger. He goes a little chip and chase. Oh! And it gets blocked by Ioane.
We're already out there?
Well, Ioane decided to just turn his back and block the runner. And it was lucky it wasn't a penalty.
Now the only name I can pronounce on the French lineup here, Tom Spring on the right wing.
Okay, so you take it out. Just check that.
They spun that wide and said, all right, mate, have a go.
So it's going to be a 5-metre line out. I feel like we should give Tom Spring La Spring or something.
Yeah, it needs a bit more French, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's on the right wing. They made the right decision here. They kicked it out on the full. And it's going to come all the way back to the 22 for an All Black line out. Originally it was going to be a 5-metre, and then I think it was Hardy Savir knows the rule book. They go all the way back to the 22. The All Blacks have a line out, left-hand touch. It's 3-0 to France, just under 12 minutes gone. They go to the middle and find the Dutch rudder, Fabian Holland, off the back, running his big Christian, Big Willie.
Very flat ball.
Gets a first touch of the ball, does the debutant, Christian Leo Big Willie. As Camroids has it at the back of this ruck, goes to the air. But a lot of distance on this box kick that comes down their own 10-metre line. As the French go up, they knock it back, and they maintain possession. The French, they have it just inside the All Black 10-metre line. Centre field they go. All Blacks not with a lot of ball at the moment. When they do, they kick it away. As Gail Fuck You has it. Gail Fuck You runs straight. Takes in a good tackle by Geordie Barrett.
That tackle across the chest.
Just still inside the All Black half. The French putting some phases together. They're ahead 3-0.
Okay,
There's just under 13 minutes gone. They go for the box kick again. McKenzie's underneath it. He's got plenty of time. He takes it and takes the mark. That's Barrett takes the mark, actually. And he quickly slams it downfield and into touch. Does Geordie Barrett.
Keep those texts coming in on 3236 also. Your fruit-related...
Not the strongest theme. Not the strongest team we've run.
Rugby player nicknames,
on
yeah. But
Shetland
well,
rugby.
you say that, G-Lane, but a lot are coming through. Cortez
Boys, they're giving you a good gap. I need you to do
Banana,
the same, okay?
I think is how this person wants me to pronounce.
Cortez Banana, that's a struggle.
That's it.
Christian Current,
Yep, nice. So
TJ Pierre, no?
Tuesday out.
two banana themed. As the French have a line out just inside their own half,
Show them up.
taken down the front, and they drive this up with a rolling maul. And it does well actually as they rumble it up over halfway. This is a good drive from the French forward pack. It comes
Stop
to a bit of a
line,
stop
keep it up.
just inside the All Blacks half though. They're 5 metres in from that right hand touch. Referee asking to see it. Collapses, and it's going to be an All Black scrum. They did well there. Initially, they got an early shove on Lecoq, and the All Blacks regathered and they managed to take it to ground and they win the scrum.
How do you feel about this one, G-Lane? This text that just came through on 3236. Ethan Gayroot. Fruity theme. They then follow that up with. Yeah, no, I think that person might have missed the mark slightly there.
Yeah.
I admire what they are doing. And as much as I like it, I'm happy to maybe next. Holy smokes.
So, just 14 and a half minutes left of gone in the first half. It's 3-0 to France. All Blacks now have a rare bit of possession. They've got a scrum 5 metres in from the left-hand touch, just inside their own half. Big open side to work with. Prime opportunity for a set piece. Ioane is in the back line off his left wing. Want to go Ioane's inside Barrett.
Both down here.
Scrum goes
Stay on
down.
7.
Leo Willie off the back to Camroids, the double round. Here comes Ioane into the back line. Ioane into a gap. Oh, he holds the pass though. There's Ioane. But it's a quick ball for Camroids to McKenzie. Oh, and it's intercepted. But Geordie, Bodie Barrett's all over it. The French have it. They snuff out another All Blacks attack.
You'd have to say, G-Lane, that was not our best work. Rico spoilt for choices. He had a short ball. He had the Harbour Bridge option as well and took neither.
As the French will clear this by booting it down the middle of the field. McKenzie's back there. And McKenzie takes it up to the 10 metre. He'll think about running it. He'll have a go at the line. McKenzie steps. Oh, he runs straight into a brick wall. But lays it back nicely for Camroids. Up it goes to Geordie Barrett. Big Harbour Bridge pass out onto the left wing for Ioane. Ioane just runs straight at his opposite number. Quick ball for Camroid. They're on the 10 metre line. Jordan at first 5. De Groot gives it up. It went backwards though as Camroids has a go. Dummies Camroids to the 20. Camroids out to Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett will score.
Try time, G-Lane!
Now put it down to Camroids. Cam Roygard. And the All Blacks get the first try. It's 5 points to 3. They finally break the shackles.
Oh, that was slick.
Oh no. Ref's looking at something.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Don't put your party pants back on. Uh-oh. No try.
It's been waved off.
Oh, they're saying there's a knock on. And I think you come all the way back to Easton de Groot, I think it was. Knocked it on, and they're going to have no try. So they're going to come all the way back to the 10 metre line. Wow. Talk about cocktease.
Was there Fletcher Newell? He was given a shin-high ball from I.M. Groot, and he did well, but just as he went to ground, he managed to drop it in front of him, and they are going to go back on that, and that try will not stand.
So,
and Fletcher Newell's not happy about it either.
yeah, the right of renewal is not happy. He's arguing with the referee, but not going to change his mind, and it's going to be a French scrum 20 metres in from the right-hand touch, just inside their own half. And that was a great run from Cam Roygard. Went across, stepped a couple of big French forwards, and Geordie Barrett on the outside.
Oh, well, promising signs you'd have to say, though, G-Lane, at least.
Yeah, the score remains 3-0. 16 minutes gone here at the Sistema Lunchbox. Live and free on iHeartradio and Radio Hauraki. Coverage brought to you by the legends of Maxra. Thanks for joining us, New Zealand. Great to have you along on this Saturday night.
Avocati Savia is fantastic, by the way. Thank you for that, texter.
French running it, moving the ball down the left. They've got a bit of an overlap. Here comes the French. They've got men on the inside, on the outside, and they're going to go just short of the line. That was a great run from the man with the English name, but here come the French. Go, fuck you! fuck you to the line. And they score the French. From one end of the field to the other, you wouldn't read about it. But it was Tom Spring who got on the outside of Geordie Barrett. And then they ran it back to the centre. Gail Facu was short. But the big number 8, Michael Gouliard, scores for France. And France are ahead 8-0. Shit the bed.
The entire subs bench has cleared the dead ball area to get around the fellas and celebrate that one, mate. That was slick.
Wow.
Some wheels shown by the French backs. It was some move, and then Bodie did so well to get back, track back, and drag him down.
It's going to be a 12-point swing because it was 5 points to 3, and now it's going to be 10-0.
It wasn't supposed to go like this, G-Lane.
No. The French out to a 10-0 lead with 18 minutes gone in this first half.
I never saw this version of the script.
Wow. There's still plenty of rugby in this match, but with 18 minutes gone, the All Blacks are 10-0 down.
The French are here to do business, mate.
Barrett kicks off, and it's going to be taken down by the try scorer, Gouliard. He's playing well as Gouliard. He gets down the bootlaces, though.
Who is it?
And the Cock are hard. They are rock hard right now. 10-0. They look to kick the box kick. Charge down though by Dogrel. Dogrel charges it down and thunders towards the line. They're 5 metres short, the All Blacks. They need quick ball. They have numbers. De Groot throws a big dummy. Drives towards the line. De Groot. They're just 2 metres short, the All Blacks. They've got numbers out to the left. Spin it. They do. McKenzie on the outside. Gets taken in a good tackle though. Does McKenzie. Release. 7 metres out. Driving it up. They have a run of Savia. Work around with McKenzie. Flat pass to Cody's 8% with the big boomfa.
Gagushka, G-Lane.
A Gagushka centre field. Holland at first receiver. They're 10 metres out from the line. Centre field. Barrett has a go at the line. Big defence on Barrett as well. They're putting the big shots on. Savia takes it up over the advantage line. Their centre field, they move the ball left. Barrett has a go at the line. Just battering away at the French. Camroids has it. They've got to convert this to points. Tupuvai takes it to the line. Quick ball for Camroids. Savi on a Christian Leo Willie. Barrett over the top to Jordan. Will Jordan scores. And the All Blacks strike straight back. It's 10 points to 5. As Goodwill Jordan dots down in the corner.
And Forsyth Bar Stadium is rocking, G-Lane.
Yeah, there was some tight, clenching anusses around the stadium with France out to 10-point nil lead. And the All Blacks strike back, and it was Dogrel's charge down from the kickoff. They put them in the position.
That's a bit more like it. That's the script that I saw. Willie Jordan dotting down in the corner.
Yeah, well, it's a great pass too. Big harbour bridge from Slippery Barrett, Bodie Barrett over to Will Jordan, and it's going to be Barrett with the conversion for the right-hand touch.
You see the shot clock?
It's very intriguing, isn't it, that the jersey sponsor's the same for these teams?
Yep, French outfit.
Does anyone know actually what L-Track gets up to?
Good-looking kick from Barrett. Down the middle of the post it goes. So the All Blacks are back in this. It's 10 points to 7 to France. 21 minutes gone here at the Sistema Lunchbox in Dunedin. Thanks for joining us on Radio Hauraki and iHeartradio on this Saturday night. Coverage brought to you by the legends at Max Raft.
Just received a text here on 3236 in relation to our fruit theme we're running tonight for rugby player nicknames. G Lane, Geordie Carrot.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
Looking at us right in the face as the French get things back underway. It comes down to Wanago Ioane on the left wing. He takes it to contact, but he's isolated, and they win the penalty though, the All Blacks. Breakdown penalty goes the All Blacks' way there. I thought for a second there that they might have gone the French way because he got isolated a little bit, Wanago Ioane. The French got over the ball, but illegally in the end, and a chance for the All Blacks to carve off some territory.
How do you feel about Persimmon McKenzie?
It's a stretch.
Ethan DeFruit.
That's good.
Is coming through thick and fast
Nice
as well.
simple. That's a good kick from Slippery Barrett. Bodie Barrett takes play inside the French half. The All Blacks will have a line out. 2 metres inside the French half. Left hand touch. Cody's 8% has the ball ready to go. Centre field is Leo Willie. They go to the back. Tupuvai takes it down at the back of the line out. We've got a tall line out with Tupuvai at 6. Cameroids gives the nod. They go open to Geordie Barrett. The little chip kick through for Bodie Barrett. That's covering back there. They'll come back for the penalty advantage in the line out. They took down the scrum and they took down the maul illegally, the French, and the All Blacks have a penalty 15 metres in from that left-hand touch just inside the French hub. Potentially kickable, but I would say that Bodie Barrett's going to put this into the corner.
We've had our feet on the ground here in Dunedin for the best part of 24 hours, G Lane, and yesterday we came down for the coach's run. No, the captain's run.
Captain's run, yeah.
And that manoeuvre there, the chip and chase was being executed. Wow, hang on.
It didn't kick it out. Great work from the French fullback, Theo Asagobert. Managed to grab that quick line out throw for the All Blacks. So McKenzie steps off the right again, darts down the left-hand touch. McKenzie just inside the French 10-metre line. Xavier at first receiver gets driven over the 10-metre line by Dog Roll.
Go boy.
And a pick and go from Cameroids. Just about evades the French defenders. A pick and go again from Xavier. He muscles his way over the advantage line. Pick and go for Leo Willie to the 22. Some good phases here for the All Blacks, but they lose it forward. But lost forward first by the French, and the All Blacks will have a scrum.
Yeah, that's a bit more like it.
10 metres in from that left-hand touch, just outside the French 22. It's 10 points to 7 to France. 24 minutes gone.
That's a bit more like it. As I was saying earlier, G Lane, we've been on the ground here for about 24 hours and came down for the captain's run yesterday, and that was a manoeuvre that was being executed quite a lot, that chip and chase. The crossfield kick was also one that I saw
the wipers,
Willie Jordan working on. Didn't see a lot of work being done on the defensive bomb. I know that's a manoeuvre that Lee Hart is a big fan of. He sent me a message.
He did actually say that his idea of the defensive bomb, it needs to be executed from your dead ball area, so you bring the posts into play. He said that you can't do it in your 22, you've got to do it, bring the posts into play. That's how the true defensive bomb works.
And that's the roulette of it, isn't it, really?
That's right. Big scrum from the All Blacks. Huge scrum. And they've got the penalty advantage. They can play some champagne footy here as Barrett takes it to the line and gives it back inside to his brother. Ioane picks and goes. They'll come back for the penalty, though. No penalty advantage for the All Blacks. And they'll go all the way back over to the 22, 15 metres in from the left-hand touch. And this side, points on offer. This is definitely kickable, but I think they'll look to kick this in the corner and form the human centipede.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up pace now, the All Blacks.
So they kick it into the corner. They'll have a 5-metre line out. Left-hand touch. The All Blacks. Chance here to sew some lips to asses and human centipede their way over the line.
How many guys? I need a clear receiver. This receiver?
Excuse me?
Not 100% sure if you can say that.
Cody's 8%. Has the ball. Finds Fabian Holland in the middle.
Timing's good. Moore's form.
The Red Lock District, or the Dutch rudder, held in the back by Cody's 8%. The crowd baying for a human centipede.
Stop once.
It's not going anywhere though, and Cameroids has it. Gives it up to Udon Noodle, Geordie Barrett. McKenzie to the line. McKenzie steps. McKenzie straight. McKenzie for the line, just short. He's slippery as the hyena. Quick ball. Tupuvai, the Mahi monster scores. The All Blacks just ground down Lecoq, and they take the lead for the first time in this match. 12 points to 10.
G Lane, you took the words right out of my mouth. The All Blacks, they've ground that cock down. They've ground it down. The last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, it's been all All Blacks really, hasn't it? And Damien McKenzie showing some of the best footwork I've seen in quite some time, falling just short.
Yeah, the All Blacks were struck early with an injury inside a minute to Sevi Reece. Was off with an HIA, which meant McKenzie came on. Well, Jordan moved to the right wing. And it's taken them a good 20 minutes to find their mojo. The All Blacks, but they're now ahead 14 points to 10 with the conversion sailing over from Bodie Barrett.
This is starting to feel a little bit more like the game we anticipated, G-Lane. The first 10 minutes, Severis, the Sever piece, we lost him. Well, we lost his soul, really.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he?
He did. As the French get things back underway, and it's going to be taken down by Wanago Ioane for the All Blacks. Gives it back up to Christian Leo Big Willie. Strong start for the debutants. Big Willie and the Red Lock District, the Dutch rudder, Fabian Holland, as this box kick goes down to the French 10-metre line.
Let him run, White, retire!
They turn fire with the centre field box kick.
Back off White.
And it goes back off White.
Oh, back off, he said.
As the French have it, and they look to run it again down this left-hand side.
No,
Good defence though from the All Blacks. They have it
hands on the ground.
on the Ball Black 10-metre line, centre field. They go. Looking dangerous with the ball out wide, the French. There's the big number 5. Tyler Dugan. It's ripped though from the All Blacks, and a chance to counter-attack. McKenzie to the line. Steps one. His feet are on fire tonight, McKenzie. But he eventually goes to ground. All Blacks have it. Dog roll. The workaround with Barrett. Barrett up to Geordie Barrett. Dummies. Geordie Barrett over halfway. Gets taken in a good tackle. Throws the pass up to Bodie Barrett. Camroyd's quick ball. Up it goes to Holland. Centre field. Quick ball to Camroyd's. Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett up to the Proctor. Dr. Proctor. Hasn't had a lot of ball. They're on the 10-metre line. McKenzie into the line at 100 miles an hour. He's over the advantage line. They're 30 metres out, the All Blacks. This is Holland. Gives it up to Barrett. Centre field. Proctor. Now Savia on the right-hand wing. Savia to the 22. Savia muscles his way. He kind of got lost, but they're in the 22. They're 10 metres out, the All Blacks. Proctor plays halfback.
Oh, no!
Throws a shocking pass. Does Proctor. Back there, those two Pouvais. The Mahi monster, the try scorer, but they've taken it. The French, they've nicked it. And there's no one at home for the All Blacks except Rico Ioane. Wanago's back there. Wanago's got it. He's got one man on.
He's got some work to do.
Oh! Quite a dubious pass to Jordan. But Jordan has a go himself. Jordan gets caught. Fires it back.
We're taking
To
in.
Barrett. Barrett with the crossfield kick for Ioane. This is audacious stuff. Out of their own 22 for the All Blacks, and it dribbles into touch on that left-hand side, and it's going to be a French line-out just inside the All Black 10-metre line.
Let's go back to that bollocking run up the right here from Adi Savia. That was some run.
Okay.
He completely forgot he had Will Jordan to the right of him because he just ran straight through his line, but yeah, it's better, isn't it, G-Lane? It's better.
Yeah, they seem to have found their mojo a little bit. One of the French props is down injured. Rabat
Okay, come on.
Shimani
Yep.
is
Goodness great, let's go.
seeing stars a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
So Mexican wave. Obviously the crowd are getting a bit bored.
Yep. Well, it's all we've got as All Black fans,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
true.
It's either that or All Blacks, and
It's as feisty as
it's
we get.
very early to be bringing that out, so
Six,
it has to be the Mexican wave.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes left in the first half. It's 14 points to 10 to the All Blacks. 2 tries to 1 as the French have a line out just inside the All Blacks 10-metre line. They go to the front and taken down.
Jumping across.
There's that penalty advantage though for the French here. They run it off the side of the ruck. Just outside the 22, centre field. They spin it through their centre.
Still got
Emile
penalty advantage.
Galator. They switch sides, go back through Hugo Abadou.
No, it wasn't.
They're in the All Black 22 now, the French. Their tails are up, the pick and go. They lose it forward and they'll come back for the penalty advantage.
6 Black jumping across.
6 Black jumping across, okay.
So Tupuva'i,
Just make sure they go straight up, yeah?
from that line out, he tried to compete for it and ended up flipping forward over the ruck and ended
far
up on
out,
the wrong
boys?
side. So it's a very kickable
Well,
penalty.
he didn't insert that. I will watch it.
He didn't insert what? Sorry, G-Lane, I missed that.
I'm not sure, there's all sorts going on.
The 10.
They're going to go all the way back to the 10-metre line.
Okay, guys are
And
going to take a shot.
they're going to have a shot at goal, the French. They'll take the points on offer with 8
Just make sure
and a
they go
half
straight
minutes
up,
left
okay?
in this first half. The All Blacks ahead 14 points to 10. The French were ahead 10-0 for a while there.
Yeah, the French, they were off to a flyer at the beginning of this one.
Yeah, the clock was hard.
And I mean, if they nudge this one over as well, G-Lane, they could be heading into the sheds at half-time with only a 1-point game on their hands. And I think it's fair to say that no one really saw that coming.
Should we go sideline to Matt Heath?
I'd love to go sideline to Matt Heath, yeah, but do we have him sideline?
I think he's still in the box. He's born in the south, cheese roll in his mouth, in a corporate box.
Jeez, it gets loud in here, doesn't it?
It does, it's the kick. It looks good, and it's over. And it's a 1-point ball game. All Blacks 14, France 13, with 7.5 minutes left in the first half. No one was predicting this, but you can never, ever underestimate a French team. Coming up with some BDE and some BDC. Can the All Blacks score before half-time? Kick-off taken down by the try scorer for the French. The number 8 gives it back inside and they clear this.
That's a good kick.
It's a good clearance kick. It takes play all the way back up to halfway, where the All Blacks will have a line out. 3236, if you want to get in touch, let us know.
Yeah, please do.
Hopefully we've got our little technical difficulties sorted from the start. All Blacks have a shortened line out, just 4 in the line out. It goes to dog roll off the top. Gives it up to Camroids, to Barrett. Centre field, it goes to Leo Willie. Leo Willie muscles over the halfway. Penalty advantage. Camroids up to Geordie. We'll work around. Oh, they lose it forward. They'll come back for the penalty. They were trying something.
The back line came early.
So,
yeah, the back line came early.
Offside, they come early.
To the best of us. So again, 3236 this evening. If you want to get in touch, we are running a bit of a fruity theme. That is, fruit, not, some people have confused that with maybe a bit of a LGBTQ plus theme. That's not what we're running here. It's more of a literal fruit. Sevu Peach, G Lane.
Sevu Peach.
Tomati Williams.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Geordie Beetroot.
The All Blacks kick this penalty into the right-hand corner. They'll have a line out, 7 metres out from the French line.
7, full man.
So, Xavier plays half-back in this line out. Off the top it goes, Camroids to Xavier. Xavier at first receiver. Quick ball back for Camroids. It's messy though, as that goes up to Leo Willie.
It's off a knee, play on.
There's Camroids, has another crack, but it goes forward. They knock it on the All Blacks, and the French have a chance to counter-attack. But they go deep.
Knock-on advantage over.
They kick this into touch, do the French, and get out of their 22, but the All Blacks will have a line out 10 metres out from the French 22, left-hand touch. It's 14 points to 13 to the All Blacks with just over 5 minutes left in this first half.
How do you feel about Malachi Fijoa, G-Lane?
Well, I saw Eyebrows for Katoa. He's here tonight.
You almost ran him over in an elevator, didn't you?
Yeah, saw him.
Over 15.
Yeah, well,
over 15.
Dupouvet takes this at the back of the line out.
Keep it up.
And they go blind through. Cody's 8%, throws a dummy. Into the 22 he goes. He sold the farm. As the French are all over the ball. But it's been knocked on by... It's been knocked on by Camroids there. He was looking for quick ball. And he knocks it on, and another chance squandered by the All Blacks.
This for me, G-Lane, might be going straight to the top of the list. Christian the Lemon Willie is a fantastic nickname with a fruity theme.
Hey guys, listen, we've had number 1 go down, number 2 and 3. Come on, we keep playing, please.
The French blowing ass a little bit out there, trying to keep up with the pace of this match.
There's the mark, let's bind up, please.
So they're going to have a scrum. 6 metres in from the right-hand touch. 10 metres out from their own line, the French. And they're looking at gobble clock. Yeah, they are slow as anything to form this scrum, the French. I think they might be suffering a little bit. With 4 minutes left until half-time, it's a 1-point ball game.
You'd have to say it's been played at a pretty high speed, this match.
Crouch!
So I can see why they're feeling the effects of some fatigue early. Here we go, G-Lane. What can we make happen with 3.5 minutes to go in the half?
Big sure look to kick this into touch. They won't find touch. They find Rico Ioane on halfway. And he's got McKenzie on the inside. Go, boy! He does it himself. He just guns it straight. There's a big tackle, though, from the French.
That's a
Lays
great
it back. And they go down the blind side through the Groot. Laid back for Camroids. They're just inside the French 10-metre line. Xavier. They spin it now. McKenzie ghosting on the outside. McKenzie just about gets through. They're 5 metres outside the French 22. They go down the blind. Barrett with a little grabber kick, but it sits up nicely for the French. And they've got the ball back. And the All Blacks win the penalty. They'd win the ruck penalty there. And it was Tupuvei, the Mahi monster, the try scorer, over the top of that ball, wins the penalty for the All Blacks. It's a very kickable penalty, but they'll go for the corner again. Here's Barrett. We'll look to put this as close to the line as possible.
Quince Tupaia.
Quince Tupaia will
That's
take
fantastic, yeah. We will allow that.
The All Blacks will have a line out, 10 metres out from the French line, with just over 2 minutes left on the clock. It's 14 points to 13 to the All Blacks. 2 tries to 1. The rest of the points from the boot. The French number 10. Cody's 8%. Goes to the back, finds dog roll. Quick off the back to Cam Royds. Cam Royds has a crack himself. Just gets cut down, 7 metres out from the line. Good set piece move from the All Blacks. Is Fitch and Newell. Takes it up. Leo Willie plays half-back, gives it up to Cody's 8%. Their centre field, they continue to move the ball left. Oh, dog roll. Goes to ground. Savia drops his head. Stays on his feet, does Savia. Eventually gets taken down. 6 metres out, 15 metres in from the left-hand touch. They go down the blind to Proctor, the proctologist. He's get taken a big tackle though. They're inside the 5 metre line. Dog roll. Oh, big D on dog roll. Scott Barrett, it's driven back. The Mahi monster goes for the line again, does Tupuvei. Lays it back nicely for Cam Royds. Gives it up to Cody's 8%. Great defence though from the French. They can't get over that 5 metre line currently. The Dutch runner, Fabian Holland, takes it up. Dr. Proctor, the work around Jordan, out to Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett scores. Wow, it was messy. They had the numbers, and the All Blacks score just before half-time. And Geordie Barrett scores it in the corner. It wasn't the prettiest, but shit, it was effective.
It was messy, G-Lane, but it was inevitable, really, wasn't it? We had to score. Phases building. The French are absolutely gassed.
So 19 points to 13 now. The All Blacks ahead. 3 tries to 1. It wasn't pretty. It was a good take, though, from Geordie Barrett in the end, and he had a bit of work to do to get over the line.
Sure did.
And this kick from Bodie will signal the end of the first half.
And what a half it's been, again, just to reflect. The first 10 minutes belonged to the French, didn't they?
Wow, the first 20 minutes did, I think. They were ahead 10-0.
And then 14 unanswered points from the All Blacks, and then a penalty for France.
Great kick from Barrett from the sideline. He adds the extras and will go to half-time. 21 points to 13. The All Blacks will lead the French. They're doing All Black things. Mashi scoring just before half-time. The French will be gutted. They are saying they are blowing ass. The French team, they were trying to gobble that clock into half-time, and they paid the price.
Welcome back to the ACC's Champagne Rugby All Blacks coverage on Hauraki and iHeartradio. Brought to you by the great New Zealanders at Maxcraft.
Well, welcome back to the Sistema Lunchbox here in Dunedin, the second half. About to get underway. All Blacks ahead, 21 points to 13, 3 tries to 1. And the French Messi, they look gassed when they left. And hopefully they didn't stick around to watch the human mirror ball at half time. It might well finish them off as the French get things underway in the second half. And it's taken down by Ioane, who drops it from the kickoff. Does Ioane. Basic mistake from Wanago Ioane.
Hey, Christoph, could you...
You'd have to say, G-Lane, not a great start to the second half.
No, worst possible start. It was a pretty regulation take from Wanago Ioane. He was very jewellery focused yesterday during the captain's run.
Jeez, he was, wasn't he? Looked a lot like some of those photos from the early 2000s of Cristiano Ronaldo, blinged out to the nines.
So good attacking opportunity here at the start of the second half for the French. They've got a scrum just inside the All Blacks 22, 10 metres in from the right-hand touch. So, decent blind to work with, but I'd say they're going to spin it. The left winger is right on the touchline, so look for a potential crossfield kick for the winger. The number 11, Gabien Villiers, is right on the touchline. Big scrum from the French. It goes up to Gale. Fuck you, takes it to the line. Good tackle on him though, but quick ball laid back nicely for the French. Good defence from Geordie Barrett there, he gets bumped off it. They spin it, the ball moves left. They're inside the 22, 15 metres in from the left-hand touch. They continue down the blind. Rushing defence from the All Blacks. Leo Willie takes his man to the ground, but quick ball for the French. Centre field. Just still inside the...
No, just because of that man.
All Blacks 22. The try scorer for the French, the number 8. Michael Gouillard takes it up. Says some good phases for the French. They're still in the 20, the pick and go for Alexander Fischer. The blind side, but he gets driven back in a good tackle. It's good defence. Gale Fuck You takes it to the line, the captain. Good tackle on Fuck You. The French stringing some phases together, hammering away. They're still quite getting over the advantage line. At this stage, they're just looking for a gap in this defence. Down the blind side they go. They almost had an overlap, but Xavier wrestles the winger to the ground. They get over the advantage line this time as Gilliard, the try scorer. Goes to ground. They're 10 metres out. Centre field again, the French. All Blacks defence holding up. They pick and go from the French. They're 6 metres out. Quick ball. They've got numbers out the left. They'll score. And the left winger, Gabien Villiers, scores. The French strike first in the second half.
What do you want?
And just like the first half, the All Blacks asleep a little. And the French are back in this. It's 21 points to 18.
Wasn't it, mate?
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
right from the kickoff, G-Lane, that was coming, wasn't it? Was it Rico Ioane? Wannego Ioane dropped it cold.
Okay, cool.
And from there on in, the French were just quite happy to build up some phases, play some footy. And they've just walked that in.
Yeah, they had numbers out the right. It was a numbers game. They hammered away and hammered away. They went a bit limp
To see one on the way
at the end of that first half, but they came out rock hard in the second half. Did the French.
Yeah, there's no denying. Lecoq is hard.
They're right back in this. With this kick, it could be back to a 1-point ball game.
It was a half time of pickle juice, I think, for these guys, because they looked down and out coming into the second half. First half, sorry.
And they had the extras indeed, and it's 21 points to 20. It's a 1-point ball game with 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. Got ourselves a game, Nashi.
I don't know why I'm still surprised. I've got to stop being so surprised. I thought this, when I rocked up today here at Forsyth Bar Stadium at about 4 o'clock, I thought, you know what? It could be 60. It could be 70. No, G-Lane. There's 1 point in it.
21 points to 20. There's Barrett. Short kickoff. Unusual to see those as it comes outside the 22. Taken down nicely, though, by the French. They have it just outside their 22. Slow ball. It goes deep to the fly half. He thumps it downfield to McKenzie. McKenzie takes this outside his 22. He'll take it to the timber. He'll attack the line. Well, McKenzie at full pace. Straight to the line he goes. He's got no fear. Has the smiling hyena as it goes to De Groot. The work around with Barrett. Barrett back inside to Xavier. Xavier back up. It goes to Holland. The Red Lock District. He's been solid. The pick and go for Xavier. Xavier over the Timmy. Just about got away. He's on his own though and isolated. The ball's been knocked forward. No, it's a penalty advantage. Still, it's one of those things, Nashi, you make a break and then you're isolated.
Yeah.
But the penalty, that tap and go for the All Blacks. Back it goes to Camroids. Camroids will go over the line. Go, boy. Just short. There's Camroids. They're 2 metres out. French. Oh, they've turned it over, the French. God damn it.
No, my one multi-left and play needed that try from Camroids.
Oh, he almost did it himself, Camroids, but the French have it. They'll go deep and clear this. A wobbly old kick into touch.
Oh, it's a shitter.
Oh, and the All Blacks will have a line out 7 metres out from the French line, right-hand touch, but they'll be gutted about that turnover.
What a game of code this is turning into, G-Lane.
Yeah, 21 points to 20. All Blacks ahead. 5.5 minutes gone in the second half.
7.
I can't quite believe it. You'd have to say as well, the French are quite well represented in the stands here tonight. Plenty of...
Yeah, well, Dunedin is the French stronghold. Love it down here. They love the cold. They love the lack of sun. As Barrett takes it to the line for the All Blacks. Centrefield laid back for Camroids. Camroids has a dart himself. Gives it back into the Mahi monster. Dupuvai. Is that a good game, Camroids? Holland has a crack. Gets driven back though, does the Red Lock District. The Dutch Fabio.
Push.
All Blacks still just trying to get over the advantage line. Fletcher Newell does though, over the fibres, lays it back nicely. Up it goes to Jordan. They're right in front of the sticks. They've got numbers out to the left here. They go for the line. Jordan scores. And the All Blacks strike back.
Well, there you go. It's turning into a bit of a ding-dong, isn't it, really?
Absolute ding-dong. It's 26 points to 20.
Willie Jordan, he just scores tries for fun. And he's found a way through there again. There was some great ball movement. I think Bodie with the short ball off his left shoulder. Willie Jordan running onto it, easy as you like. Still had some work to do. Desperate defence from the French, but no, we'll just roll that one over and place it down. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was pretty soft that from the French, you'd have to say.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be too stoked with that one.
Okay, you're good to go now. Just hold that shot clock.
But it's a 6-point game.
Just a bit of faffing going on with the shot clock there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that tonight, really.
So let us know where should we go tonight. Dunedin, where should we go out to? Last night, last night you ended up in Mosgiel for some reason.
No, that was because
miscommunication.
No. There's also a Bella Vista. Oh no, I shouldn't say that, should I? Anyway,
they had the conversion. Does Barrett, and it's 28 points to 20.
Time's off.
the hotel we're staying at also has a option in Mosgiel, and I happened to book an Uber back to the one that was in Mosgiel, and then I got a phone call from my lovely partner at about 2 a.m. saying, where on earth are you off to? And then I had to ask the very kind Uber driver, by the way, to turn it around for me. So he hucked a handbrake and pulled a 180, and I ended up back home. But yeah, last night you'd have to say we came out of the gates firing.
Yeah. Certainly on the back foot this morning. As the French make some changes in the forward pack. Four changes.
Sorry. Thumbs off. That's the problem.
There's still a little bit of confusion here with the kickoff.
So much faff and paff.
A lot of faff and paff. So some big units have come on for the French. That number 19's a monster. Roman Tafra Nui.
Yeah, they got 16 on the pitch. Time's off.
Yeah, no, you can only have 15 on.
They've got 16 players on the field.
That is a problem.
So the French. So good spotting, actually, however that was.
That's all right, time's off, guys.
There's booze ringing out across Forsyth Bar Stadium.
So the French tried to start the game with 16 players. It would have been pretty funny when the scrum got put down at the open side flanker.
There would have been someone standing on his own.
Gillian Tixiron.
Hang on.
Off. And now we get things back underway. And it's going to be Holland that's going to take this down. The Red Lock District on debut. He's had a strong debut, has the Highlander. As Savia gets the first receiver. He'll set the ruck up a little bit more into centre field to give the angle for Camroids down here. This left-hand touch is, but it goes straight down to the fullback. Theo Asagoge has a crack at the line. The French have it. Centre field. Fresh reserves, fresh legs on for the French.
No!
French have it again. They move it back to the right-hand side. They get over the advantage line. Good run there from the replacement. He's a monster, that replacement lock. But a little fancy footwork from the right winger. Gets up to the 22. Good attacking opportunity here for the French. Centre field they go. They'll score here. The big replacement. Oh, no, he gets cut down. Just short. They pick and go. They're just short of the line. The French. This is a ding-dong. Right next to the left-hand upright.
What is going on?
Jacob Von Tonda, the replacement, got put in a gap. And they're going to try and flop this over the line. It's slow ball, penalty advantage.
Uh-oh.
They have the penalty advantage. They pick and go and score. The French strike back. It's a real ding-dong here at the Sistema lunchbox.
I can't quite believe it, G-Lane.
28 points to 25. And how much of an impact are these reserves made?
Yeah. Wow. I'm not quite sure what to say here. Every time we score a couple, I think, you know what? This is where we break the shackles. This is where we get a couple of lengths ahead.
Well.
But no, the French have got something to say about the Lecoq.
Well, surely
it's hard.
It's gonna hit the overs. That's a good sign.
Yeah, no, that is a good sign.
55 and a half is the overs.
Fantastic sign.
That's definitely going to get knocked off. As the conversion's right out in front and gets knocked over. And it's again back to a 1 point ball game. It's 28 points to 27. 10 minutes gone the second half. Thanks for joining us here on Radio Hauraki and iHeartradio. This is the Alternative Commentary Collective's coverage of Game 1 of the All Blacks season versus France, live from the Sistema Lunchbox with myself, G-Lane, and Finn Caddy, Mashi and Matt Heath sideline. Or maybe actually Matt Heath in a corporate box.
No, it is a pleasure to be here, isn't it? I'm just watching the French reserves warm up in the dead ball area right now. They're passing around a tennis ball.
And it's unusual as the All Blacks get things back underway, taken down just outside their 22 by the French. It'll be interesting to see when the All Blacks make their changes. We've gone through the 50-minute mark, so it's usually at this time that changes are made. As the French kick this downfield, underneath it is Barrett, who gives it up to McKenzie. McKenzie will have a crack at the line, puts a little cross-field kick over for Proctor. Proctor on the run, gets it on the 10-metre line, lays it back nicely for Savia, gives it up to the Mahi Monster, to Barrett. Barrett goes to the line, gives it back into his old brother Dogrol, the captain. Dogrol just goes to ground. Cam Royds has it on halfway, and they'll go to the air with Barrett. It'll be Jordan will compete for this. He's good in the air, Jordan. Oh, he knocks it forward though.
It's a knock on.
And it's a knock on from the French. It looked like the initial knock on was from Jordan.
And then the second one's a knock on. Yeah.
So All Blacks lucky there. They get the scrum from that box kick.
He'll check in.
And they'll have a scrum.
The first one knocked back by one.
I just want to say thanks to all those getting in touch with their texts of sympathy around my oopsie daisy last night. Anyway, sorry, something happening, is it?
Well, no, it's been overruled. And that is, Will Jordan did knock it on first, so it's going to be a French scrum.
Yep. Well, that's all right then.
As Gail Ficue has a word to the referee just to confirm that, but the Mahi Monster, Tupuvai, is just getting some attention at the moment.
Temperature really starting to drop in the upper areas of Forsyth Bar Stadium, you'd have to say. It's
one of the great stadiums, though, to watch code. You have to say, Meshi, it's an absolute cracker.
When they get that fourth end all set up.
Where should we go? We go tonight, we just go to the Octagon again and go into a basement bar? And
Yeah, I've got half a pack of Marlboro Golds left from last night that I need to smoke somewhere, so that would be a place to start, I think. We ended up in some kind of dungeon last night. I couldn't tell you the name of the establishment, but
Mr. Fox, I think it's called.
Oh, you could. That's good.
There you go.
You've got a better recollection of last night than I do.
Tell you what, it was a cold night in the camper van.
Yeah, I don't think we've spoken about that yet, have we?
The cold night in the camper van.
You and Joe Jury had to spend a night in a camper van.
Well, there's not a lot of accommodation options down here in Dunedin.
Yeah, it was parked dubiously in a motel car park as well.
Yeah, well, Heath did number 2s in it, which didn't please.
Straight away as well, by the way.
Straight away.
Within about 5 minutes of entering the thing.
Rightio, so play gets back underway after all those injuries seem to be dealt with.
Crouch!
French have a scrum. 15 metres in from the left-hand touch, just inside their own 10-metre line.
Set!
Good solid scrum from the French. They spin it now, centre field. They're going to run it out from their 22, but they put the boot to it. McKenzie's back there, just gets it inside the touchline, fires it infield. Under pressure is Jordan. Yeah. And Jordan goes to ground just inside the All Blacks 10-metre line. Quick ball back up to Holland. Holland has been solid as a rock. The Red Lock District goes back to Barrett, who puts this in the air and a lot of distance on it and comfortably taken down by Tom Spring, or La Spring as we're calling him now, the right winger. For the French to have it on halfway. We go back and they're going to kick this again. They're going to put it in the air again. This one's got plenty on it. Underneath it is Barrett.
It's come down with snow on it.
Yeah, and takes it down comfortably. Lays it back for Cam Royds. He has a dart down the blind side. Cam Royds, he's been dangerous. Off the ruck is Cam Royds. He gets over the 10-metre line. Jordan goes into play halfback, gives it up to Savia. Savia up to McKenzie. Gets knocked back in a good tackle, but cleaning it up is Savia. Savia muscles his way up to halfway. Ooh, screaming and yelling, runs into fuck you. Laid back for Camroids. Good defence though from the French, as they drive the All Blacks back to the 10-metre line. And the little chip through from Barrett for Jordan. Jordan's there, gives it back inside to Camroids. Camroids up, gives it to Cody's 8%. He lays it back for Barrett.
That's fine.
And it's messy though for the All Blacks. They've got it. Camroids goes back down the blind side. And on the field is Duplessis Karifi. Heather makes his debut.
First man, number 6,
and
on his feet.
And they've lost it. They've turned it over, the All Blacks, and the French have it. There's no one home. They kick it down centre field. Jordan's there. Jordan, he gets caught by the chasing French on the French 10-metre line. So a debut for Heather Duplessis Karifi, who's out there for the All Blacks. There's the right of renewal. Takes it to the 10-metre line. The All Blacks, it's a 1-point ball game. It's 28 points to 27. 15 minutes gone here at Forsyth Bar. Laid back. Tupufai down the blind side. Steps back in. Gets over the 10-metre line. The French 10-metre line. They go back down the blind side. They change directions. Cody's 8%. Drives his legs. Gets over the advantage line. Lays it back for Camroids. Camroids, Duplessis, Karifi. Up to Proctor. Proctor's been a little bit quiet. Hasn't had a lot of ball. Camroids, they're offside, but miles the French. But referee says play on as Barrett gets caught in the tackle. Centre field, just inside the 10-metre line. Crowd kind of trying to find their voice. McKenzie, short ball, gives it. He tries to get the pass out the side. It's a knock-on though by the French. So it's a knock-on advantage. All Blacks have it back. Camroids, McKenzie to Barrett midfield.
Knock that down.
They're just on the French 10-metre line. Can't get over the advantage line. Barrett, flat pass to Jordan. Loses it forward though. And they'll come back for the penalty advantage.
Yeah.
A lot going on, G-Lane, and not a lot made of it though, you'd have to say.
Yeah, it's a 1-point ball game. And it's a card's coming out. And it's the left
intentional knock-on, was it?
Yes.
I thought when I heard the referee say that he stuck a hand out, I thought to myself, G-Lane, I thought.
That's the try scorer. Gabian Villiers is going to spend 10 in the bin for an intentional knockdown. I mean, I'm not a fan of that.
We keep going.
It's not a great rule, is it?
That's a terrible rule.
Okay.
It's 28 points to 27.
Okay,
Especially in a situation like that. But anyway, a lot of texts coming through on 3236 in regards to our night in the camper van, G-Lane, well, more specifically your night with webmaster here at the ACC, Joe Jury, in the camper van.
Get in front.
Who was who in terms of spooning? That's the number one question that's coming through, the configuration of the spoon.
I'm always big spoon.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a great big spoon as well.
Yeah.
I know Jeremy Wells is a great advocate for you and a big spoon.
Yeah, he's always little spoon, even with his partner, Tulsi. He operates little spoon.
Yes, I have heard that.
It's the kind of guy he is. So the All Blacks have a line out just inside the French 22, right-hand touch.
You're coming in. Come on.
Some replacements coming on. Front row replacements coming on for the All Blacks in Pasilio Tosi and Chunk Norris makes his debut. Duplessis Karifi drops his head, goes into contact. Geez, that would have. You can hear the crunch from the back of the stand as All Blacks have it. Centre field, just outside the French 22. Cody's 8%. Takes it into contact.
Thank you, 12. Just stay there.
Camroids, centre field to Savia. Short ball up to Duplessis Karifi into the 22. Little half break. Camroids. McKenzie with a little grubber. Sits up nicely for him though. Lucky to get away with that. McKenzie digging in for it as Camroids.
Come from an offside position. Stay, the ball's still in.
All Blacks still have it though. As Duplessis Karifi again drops the head, takes it into
16.
contact.
Only the ball carrier.
As Chunk Norris on debut has his first touch. The pick and go for the All Blacks, but they're over the ball, the French. Lucky to get away with that. Camroids has it. Broken play. Look, it's taken in a good tackle though. Over it is Duplessis Karifi. Securing the ball.
Use that, please.
Pick and go. Dog roll. Gets over the advantage. Good run from him. Pick and go for Savia. Savia just short of the line. The pick and go again. And they're over, the All Blacks. They score. And it's Dr. Proctor. It is the proctologist. Who scores for the All Blacks?
And that's right, G-Lane. That is a ding-dong. We've been going back and forth all night.
That is a ding-dong, all right. Try at each end. It's a right old ding-dong here at the Sistema. It's 33 points to 27 to the All Blacks.
Since coming on, here's the Duplessis Karifi with a couple of bollocking, barnstorming, neck-breaking runs up the centre of the park to make things happen, and then just a couple of easy pick and goes. And we'll take 7 for that, I think, G-Lane.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the All Blacks, they can't let the French back in now. This is the problem.
Yeah, hey, Bowden, keep the shot clock off. No, I'm going to stop it for you.
We have really lacked the ability to remain disciplined after scoring all night.
Oh, no, they're checking it.
Oh, don't do this to me.
They're going upstairs. This is a real life sucker. This game when he's just about to kick the conversion, and now they're going to have a look upstairs. I'm not sure what they're looking for. They have a listen.
Because he's in possession, he needs to remain in control of the ball when he places it.
There's no problem with the grounding.
It is so cold.
I can't feel my toes.
I know, the toes are going. If you are just joining us, we are broadcasting live from Forsyth Bar Stadium this evening.
Can I just say, every other media are indoors.
Yes. No, that is a good point to note. We are the only outdoor commentary team here.
He can't control it on his forearm, Marty.
Who's next to us just here?
No, that's not, mate.
Oh, no, this is going to get called back. The All Blacks are walking back
I think you might be
to the
right.
5-metre line. And they're going to come back. He's saying that he lost control of it.
No try.
No try. So it remains a 1-point ball game. It remains 28 points to 27.
Take it all back. Take what I said about Heather Duplessis Karifi.
Yes.
Back. Take back what I said about the French.
There's 22 minutes left in this match, and it's still a 1-point ball game. So the All Blacks haven't been able to put the French away. Every time you think they'll put them away, the French come back.
We're good.
Samasone Takiaho, the big 50-inch Samsung is on. Cody Taylor, good shift from him.
It's a great droppy.
Great droppy to halfway. Winding up as Xavier takes it into contact on the 10-metre line. Camroids. One cut out pass to Geordie Barrett to Proctor. Proctor, oh, good tackle on him. Driving tackle on him. Drives him back, but the All Blacks still have it. To Puvai. Up it goes to Chunk Norris. Ollie Norris on debut. There's Fabian Holland, looks to the offload, lays it back nicely for Camroids. They continue to move the ball down the blind. McKenzie, no room to move, tries to wiggle out of a tackle. They're just inside the French half. Takiaho drops the...
No! Yeah, thank you, that man.
As that goes back for Geordie Barrett. He goes to the air, looking for Will Jordan to compete in the air just outside the 22. Oh, he does well, Jordan. And it goes back to Proctor. Great work from Will Jordan.
Oh, that takes me back to the Super Rugby final.
A little grubber through for Jordan. That's a nothing kick from Camroids. Coming through, though, is Jordan. And it's going to be another goal line dropout. It was a bit of a waste, that little grubber through from Camroids. I thought he presumed that Jordan was coming through for a flyer.
He's so good in the air, isn't he? Like I just said, reminds me of the Super Rugby final this year. A couple of recommendations coming in, G-Lane, on 3236 for where to go tonight. If we're looking for a swing, apparently St Clair's quite good.
Oh, we were out there this morning.
We were out there this morning,
at Shark Park, watching the Pirates demolish the Sharks.
I didn't see any swinging happening. Oh, well, I mean, I might have. You don't know, do you? I just didn't see the axe being committed.
Well, Camroids is off, and Sneakers is on. Cortez Ratima.
And there goes my final multi of the night.
Final multi walks off. Another big droppy to halfway. Good 50-metre drop kick. Inside to Xavier. He winds up again over the 10-metre line. Straight at the French. Stays on his feet for a bit. Marches over as Cortez Ratima. First touch for him to Barrett. Centre field up to Tossi. Hasilio Tossi. As the French, though, making pests of themselves in there as they shift the ball back to the left. Good hands from Chunk Norris there. Cortez Ratima, sneakers up to Takiaho. The big 50-inch. Sneakers to McKenzie. Gives it back inside to one of his forwards. They switch back. The players are all offside. The French have got it and they've turned it over. And they've slammed it downfield. Jordan's back there. And it's going to go out in the full.
on the full.
And they're going to go all the way back to the 10-metre line.
He's not under pressure there. Yeah, no.
We found Matt Heath.
He's kicked it out.
He's not sidelined.
No, he's not. I'm just going to pass my headset over to Matty Heath now. Jeez, it's cold up here. This is a great time for you to take over. I'm putting a hoodie on.
So, Matt Heath, what's happening down there on the sideline?
I didn't find the sideline. I actually got lost, G-Lane, and ended up in a corporate box over there. And so I feel like I've shirked my ability, my responsibilities, but it's tight.
It's tight.
It's so tight.
Tight like a tiger.
So tight.
And the All Blacks have it on the French 10-metre line, centre field. Summer Penifee now, the human skewers on. The All Blacks have emptied the bench. Takiaho, strong on his feet. Takiaho gets over the advantage line. Sneakers to Puvai. McKenzie, big cutout pass to Jordan. Jordan with a little chip and chase for Jordan, but it could sit up for Geordie Barrett. They get back there, the French. Good hustle from the French.
That was a fair contest, guys.
They're 1 metre out from their own line. They get back there, they do well, the French. And they'll look to suck in some defenders with a pick and go. And look to clear this out from their own goal line. It's 28 points to 27 with just over 18 minutes left in this game, and they kick it into touch. They look gassed, Matt Heath.
Yeah, look, I can't believe what's happening here. I feel partially responsible, like everyone else in the country. We were laughing at the French all week.
We were
talking about D teams. We said they had nothing. We made crazy six-headed, arrogant, hubris-full bets that got destroyed in the first seconds with Severis going off.
Oh my God, yeah. They lost Severis in the first minute. But the All Blacks now, they need to put the French away. They can't let them have a sniff. They're in the 22, Takiaho. They're 10 metres out. The All Blacks, centre field it goes. Savia, they've got numbers out to the right. Proctor, out to Barrett. And Jordan will score 3. They just had numbers out wide. And this time they score. It's a ding-dong.
How bloody good when we came to the captain's run, G-Lane. What did we say? We said, Will Jordan is looking even better than ever. He was practicing on his own. He had absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the team, just sprinting down the sideline, and there he is, 3 tries.
A hat-trick for good Will Jordan. All Blacks 33, France 27. With 17 minutes left in this match.
What a fantastic game, and what a great moment for the ACC to have their own commentary platform and being in the ground where you can see what's going on.
Well, the thing is, the platform is huge. But we were saying we are the only ones outdoors. Everyone else has got heaters and...
It's a little cave creaky.
It's got a...
I can see
Oh, no, they're looking upstairs again. No. Come on.
They're going back to check their bloody GST return from 2018.
It is the biggest D-shrink up ever. Every time they do this. And Artie Savia is running up to the refs. They go, what are you... What is this?
Limping over like a 90-year-old man to ask the questions.
What are they looking at here? How far back do we have to go? What's the issue? Well, let's listen to the ref.
Just keep rolling those replays.
Keep rolling this. What are we looking for?
No, don't keep rolling the replays. Just award it and get on with the game.
Are they looking for interference?
I don't see there's any impact there.
I don't see anything.
Does it stop his ability from the white defender checking out, though?
Well, they're looking at interference.
Oh, I see.
No,
he could,
no.
and then the rest of the defenders could.
There's no way he would have...
He was never going to get over.
Okay. Well, if I tell you what I'm seeing there.
Okay.
18 black is in front of the ball carrier. He checks the white defender, who then doesn't have the ability to bounce out.
No!
So it's obstruction.
He's going to disallow this try as well.
There was absolutely no way he was going to be able to get over to have anything to do with that play.
Artie Savia is arguing the point. Gail Fuck-Hughes in there as well.
Murph, you can try that back on me.
So they're...
Okay, so 18 blacks.
So the All Blacks have their
He has an impact on the white
third try disallowed.
He's had an impact on their defensive line.
He has
third try disallowed, and it's back to a 1-point ball game. 28 points to 27. Boos ring out at the Steamer lunchbox.
Come on, mate.
Another D-shrinker for the ABs.
Of course.
It passed the sniff test. It passed the vibe test. It looked and it felt like a try, and that's good enough for everyone here at Forsyth Bar Stadium.
And why is he bringing the penalty all the way over to where it didn't happen?
Time back on.
Wow, okay, so All Blacks are getting frustrated here. 28 points to 27, 16 and a half minutes left, and it's still anyone's game. The French will have a line out on their own 10-metre line, right-hand touch.
Call me old-fashioned, but to obstruct someone, you have to get in the way of someone that was actually going to have something to do with what was happening.
Yeah, that was a strange call, where the proctologist got his try denied as well. As the French take this line out throw, complaining to the touch judge about interference in the air, but
Don't change your mind.
Jesus is really a great platform
and
to watch rugby.
a little box kick goes in, but it's out on the full.
Yeah, I can't.
And that is a mistake from the replacement halfback,
Yeah, okay, make them.
which is
Okay.
from the French. And they're arguing about something. They're gripping on. Gal Fakir is banging on about something. But it's going to be an All Black line out on
If
the
this
French
platform
10-metre
goes,
line.
we'll fall down, we'll kill 100 people, and then we'll end up on the field, just standing there like a
16,
ship
16,
arriving
stay
on the beach.
That's over 15.
Takiaho finds his man, and Summer Penifina, the human skewer, at the end of the line out. They're 15 metres in on the 10-metre French 10-metre line.
Get
Mauling it up.
No, you get out.
Taking off the back, Takiaho. Sneakers. Barrett ghosting through a gap, but it gets closed pretty quick. Lays it back nicely for Sneakers. Want to go Ioane, takes it to the line. They're 10 metres out from the 22. They go down the blind through Jordan, looking for 4. Dances back on the inside. Does Jordan steps. Just outside the 22, centre field. Chunk Norris finds himself at first receiver. Ollie Norris on debut. Sneakers, quick ball up to Finau.
Guys, there was a little knock on back here.
And they've got a knock on for the All Blacks. Way back.
Okay, mate, send me back
3 or
on.
4 phases before that.
Just
so
in the carry, there was a knock on.
frustrating for the All Blacks with less than 15 minutes left in the match. They lead by 1 point, 28 points to 27.
16, jump up, we're
It's
going.
an absolute classic, though, isn't it, of a game?
Absolute ding-dong, Matt Heath.
Absolute ding-dong here at Forsyth Bar Stadium.
Gail, you're not involved in this scrum, so I'm going to
And
go.
I tell you what, the little
Okay, we're packing this
snacky
scrum.
over in the corporate box,
What? We're gonna
thanks
pack
to
this
DB,
scrum. Water
to
off, we'll
die
get going.
for.
What's
Like
that?
these little creme brulees.
Oh, I'm gonna have-
Lauren, what was those things that I was eating that was so good? They
Creme
spewed
brulee?
cream out of them.
Okay, guys, here's the mark.
Like meringue.
What was that? A profiterole.
Oh, profiterole.
A profiterole.
That's very, very French.
Profiterole. I had about 7 of them.
So another injury break here. The French really looking to gobble clock here and just waste a bit of time.
Just a bit more space on your side, okay?
As
more space.
they have a scrum 15 metres in from their left-hand touch, and just outside their own 22, the French, they haven't had a lot of territory in the second half, but they've still stayed in this game, and they're only, if they could get a bit of territory.
How would you describe the All Blacks' performance so far, G Lane? They always, first game of the season, it's always hard to get the combinations going.
Mixed bag, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mixed bag, but had 3 tries disallowed. They lost 7 piece in the first minute. Big scrum from the All Blacks.
Ball's gone.
But the ball's out. They're spinning it and running it out of their 22. They put the boot to it. A grubber kick through to McKenzie. He picks it up on the 10-metre line. McKenzie steps, gives it back up to Rieko Ioane. Want to go Ioane, lays it back. They're just inside their own half. All Blacks sneakers up to Barrett. Barrett to Finau. The human skewer, Summer Penny Finau. Centre field, Sneakers switches back to the blind. McKenzie up to Quinn Tupaia. Tupaia with the little grubber, but it'll go into touch on the French 10-metre line.
Tell you what, it's a good move having a giant in the line out. That's an absolute.
Oh, yeah, the Red Lock district has acquitted himself pretty well. The Dutch rider, Fabian Holland.
You know how you have big, tall timber. He's just full-size human. You know how you have some midgets that are actual shape, and then you have dwarfs. He's a full-size giant. He's the normal proportions of a human.
French line out just inside their own 10-metre line, competing up with Summer Penny Finau, but it's taken down and driven over the 10-metre line by the French. They rumble this down the blind side. Summer Penny Finau still in there. Gets told to get out. They drive it over halfway. Good passage of play here. Fuck you has it. Fuck you with a forward pass. but doesn't get picked up. Over it is Duplessis Karifi looking for the turnover.
Use that, please.
French still have it, just inside their own half. They go to the blind side with the replacement hooker, Bugart. But the All Blacks have turned it over. Holland has it. Holland spins it back to Chunk Norris, to Heather Duplessis Karifi, McKenzie. They've got numbers out the right. Back inside goes Jordan. Jordan finds Barrett. Barrett, big tackle, dumping tackle on him, but a quick ball to Geordie Barrett, up to McKenzie. They're just inside the French 10-metre line. Sneakers has it. Jordan, first receiver. Pasilio Tossi, centre field. They're just inside the French 10-metre line. Moving the ball right, Summer Penifina, Quintu Paia, quick hands to Adi Savia, up to Wanago Ioane steps. Gets taken at a good tackle though. Pick and go from Savia down the blind side. They're into the 22, the All Blacks. Sneakers has it, gives it up to Quintu Paia. Quintu Paia at pace. This is good play from the All Blacks. Chunk Norris gives it up to Geordie Barrett. They're 10 metres out, the All Blacks 15 metres in from the left-hand touch.
Let it come.
And the French are all over it, and they've turned it over, the French.
Always good. First man on the ball.
Another turnover. When they desperately needed it, they're 10 metres out from their own line. There's 11 minutes left in this match. It's a 1-point ball game, 28 points to 27 as Gail Fuck You clears this. Up to halfway. That's a good kick from Fuck You.
That's a very good kick. Now, just looking at this, I think I've probably done enough to justify my flights down here.
Well, your sideline, we did discuss whether we didn't actually tell you where the sideline ended. So you took that literally and just ended up in a corporate box.
Sort of at the far end of the sideline.
Yeah.
Here at Forsyth Bar, it goes back, all the way back to the beer fridge in the corporate box.
Takiaho, the line out, just inside the French half. Left-hand touch. It goes a bit wrong, that line out throw, but Holland ends up not even jumping and catching it in the air. There's Takiaho, at first receiver, helped by Tossi.
The French fed so little ball.
Use it!
As they're looking to hit the box here again with Sneakers, looking for Ioane to put the pressure on. Ioane coming through, the mark taken though by the French, by the right winger. His name's Tom Spring. We think we should be calling him Tom Lespring.
Tom Lespring.
It's not very French. Tom Spring. Thomas Lespring.
Okay,
Thomas Lespring.
Thomas Lespring takes the free kick. And
should we just call him Charles Legour?
He kicks us out, and we're pretty much going to go back to where we started. The All Blacks will have a line out just inside the French half. Left-hand touch, and there's less than 10 minutes left in this match, Matt Heath. And it's still 28 points to 27.
It's so bloody exciting, G Lane.
It's
My
tense.
sphincter is tight.
Summer Penifina now takes us at the back of the line out. Good throw though from Takiaho. Takiaho goes blind. He's got Sneakers. Sneakers looking for his man. He finds Barrett. Barrett chip and chase for Barrett. Oh, what a take. A mark taken by the fullback. The French fullback are diving backwards. Takes the mark. Wow.
They are under siege here at the French. It's just taking moments of brilliance to stop the All Blacks going through, and ridiculous officiating is the only thing that's keeping them in this game.
That's right. They've had 3 tries disallowed, the All Blacks. They kicked this into touch, not a great kick, and the All Blacks still have a line out just outside the 22, left-hand touch. Takiaho drives the ball with...
This way, please. Thank you. Guys, they're replacing this man.
It looks like Thomas Lespring
Quickly put a sub on.
is being told to get off the field.
Charles de Gaulle.
Stop trying to gobble clock.
What is it? It's a HIA they're saying over here.
I think they're not. I think they're lying because he's got a limp.
Just wait.
So
please.
he's not got an HIA. He's done something and they've just...
No, you can get a concussion from stubbing a toe if it's at this end of the game.
So
guys,
this is tense. 28 points to 27 with 8.5 minutes left at the Sistema Lunchbox here in Dunedin. Thanks for joining us on iHeartradio and on Radio Hauraki, the Alternative Commentary Collective's coverage with myself, G-Lane, and Matt Heath.
Sure. Thank you.
And Finn Caddy as well. Coverage brought to you by the legends at Max Raft. We're bringing you every single All Blacks game this year, live and free, right here on Hauraki and iHeartradio. And it's been a cracking start to the All Blacks season. France out to a 10-point lead and early. All Blacks clawed back. And now it's 1 point as Holland takes another one at the front.
Backwards.
There's Scrappy, though, picked up by Takiaho, drives over the advantage line. Sneakers has it. Sneakers up to Tossi. Pasilio Tossi. The big Godzilla of a prop. The French all over the top. Penalty advantage. Sneakers has it. Sneakers a little grubber. But they're going to come back for the penalty. Do they kick the points, Matty?
You've got to kick the points at the stage.
It's very kickable.
Take the points, take the 3. Although, in a way, it just gets you out of penalty range.
It does.
Yeah, so if they manage to get down the end and there's some roll the dice penalty.
Take the points.
Take the points.
Take the points.
But they're not. They're going to man up and they're going to kick it to the corner.
No. Savia comes in and says, we'll take the shot. Good, sensible decision from Savia there.
So now the French basically have to score a try to win this.
Yeah.
And they're not looking anything like scoring a try at this stage. They're camped in their own 22.
So Bodie Barrett has signalled to kick. He's got a shot clock. He's counting down.
Over there as well. Yeah, I got it.
He's going to struggle a bit. He's only got 30 seconds. The tee person took a while to get the tee out there. So he's going to be under a little bit of pressure with Barrett. It's a pretty simple kick. Right on the 22, 15 metres in from the left-hand touch to take it out to a 4-point ball game.
White. Yeah, okay. All right, sweet. Thank you.
Barrett looks good. Looks real good. And it's over. And it's 31 points to 27, so the French have to score, Matt Heath.
The French are going to have to chance their arm. They can't just shut up shop. They've got to do something crazy. A bit of Le Coq flair.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
What about Le Coq?
They've gone a little bit limp.
Le Coq fans in the temporary stand are giving it a hundy. And you've got to say that about their supporters, don't you? They're better at supporting their team than we are at ours.
Looking at the kick-off there,
that's a tackle, that's fine.
French were in front of the kicker by a mile, but taken down by the Red Lock District.
Let's go, please.
The Dutch Fabio, the Dutch rudder.
You're outside. This is taken back 9.
Fabian Holland's had a great game. He's going to play all 80 minutes on debut. Sneakers has it at the back of this ruck, and he'll look to hit the box for Wanago Ioane. Goes up, not a lot of distance on it. It's going to come down the 10-metre line and sits up nicely for Takiaho, the big 50-inch Samsung. Sneakers has it, toss it, gives it back at Scrappy and booted down centre field by Barrett. A nothing kick. This gives gives possession to the French, but they kick it straight back again, looking for a 50-20. Oh, and they almost get it. That's a good kick. Back there is McKenzie. McKenzie hits it downfield. He'll find touch. But it's going to be a French line out. 5 metres out from the All Blacks 22.
Yeah, with 5 minutes to go, I'll hand it back over to Finn Caddy Mashi to bring you home.
Yeah, well, you get back down the sideline there, Matt.
So if you need anything about subs or whatever, I'll be in the sideline over there.
In the sideline,
at the
corporate box.
The far sideline. Yeah, so you've got to come around and try. There were the aperitifs.
No, the profiteroles.
Profiteroles to die for.
So, less than 5 minutes left on the clock. All Blacks ahead by 4 points. The French have a line out. 5 metres out from the All Black 22. Left-hand touch. They find the mark at the front. They form the ruck. They'll drive this up, the French. It goes to ground.
Down by White. Okay, let's use it, please. Work it back. Down by White.
Slow ball, though, for the French. What do they do here? They've got to score a try. Looking to the stick, one-off runners at the moment. Samapeni Finau folds one. They're centre field just outside the 22.
No, Jackal, keep coming, thank you.
French have it. Doesn't look overly expensive at the moment. There's one-off runners. The left winger back on the field after his 10 minutes in the bin.
No, near the ground.
Duplessis Karifi making the tackle. They're just outside the All Blacks 22, 15 metres in from their right-hand touch. They get over the advantage line this time. Trying to milk the penalty. Pretty one-dimensional stuff from the French, but it's effective. They're in the 22. 20 metres out. Centre field. They take it into contact again. This is good from the French. Now they spin it to the left. Good D, though, from the All Blacks. They've got a D up. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. They've got numbers out to the left again. 10 metres out. stringing the faces together, the French. They've got to score a try. And then they're in the lead. The All Blacks, they have to hold out. Oh, they lose it forward. And that Heather Duplessis-Karifi and Takiaho solid on defence. They lose it forward, the French. 3 minutes left. 31 points to 27. The All Blacks are ahead.
Let's go.
They've had 3 tries disallowed, Mashy. 3 tries that any other day they have been given.
Yeah, this ref is a real wounder.
Well, he's Australian.
Come on, boys. Let's
Massive
go,
wounder,
please.
but no, how did Matty Heath get on, all right? Some good insight at the end of the doubt.
Some good insight from Matt Heath. High impact, obviously.
Yep.
Christoph, I'm jumping
Doing the
out.
Lord's work with the profiteroles.
Boston Square. Okay.
Yes, I did hear him speak highly of the profiteroles.
So 2.5 minutes left. It's a 4-point ball game. The All Blacks have a scrum 10 metres out from their own line.
No one thought we would be saying this, but are we in squeaky bum time territory here?
Yes, we are, because the French score, it's all over.
Yes.
So this is going to be a huge scrum for both teams. With 2 minutes left. Do the All Blacks
Crouch!
kick it to touch and give away possession? Do they try and run it?
I've been saying it all evening, G-Lane. The game was not supposed to go this way. The series was not supposed to go this way. Can the All Blacks hold on
Big
to this
scrum,
1
big
point
scrum. But a penalty advantage and a penalty to the All
they've done
Blacks. A penalty for the All Blacks, and you could hear them celebrating.
There's a collapsing.
What a scrum it was. We needed that, G-Lane.
Yeah, big scrum for the All Blacks.
With only 4 points.
Pasilio Tossi has 1.5 minutes left on the clock. I'm sure the All Blacks will look to gobble some clock now.
And there is still
Not the All Black way,
No.
gobbling clock, but I think in the circumstances with just over a minute left, is claret pouring from the head of one of the All Blacks loose forwards.
For those at home that were worrying about it, don't worry. There is still plenty of great boomer dancing going on here in the crowd at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The cam ops here doing some fantastic work, making sure that we see
How many, guys?
about a 60-year-old couple
Right.
throwing both hands up in the air.
We're into the last minute of play. All Blacks have a line out just inside their own half. Right hand touch. Takiaho finds his man in Tupuvai. He's had a good game. Tupuvai, the Mahi monster. Held in the back by the big 50-inch Samsung. Takiaho breaks off to the blind side. Does Takiaho. Gets over there, fella, drives over halfway.
Stay there.
There's no halfback.
Still in.
Goes the Red Lock District. Fabian Holland. Tossi goes to ground. There's 30 seconds left
your feet,
on
keep
the
your
clock.
feet.
They don't want to
Keep
take
your
it for
feet,
granted.
Mark, keep your feet.
They don't like, All Blacks don't gobble clock.
Use it.
Oh, they go to ground. They are gobbling clock. This is very un-All Blacks. It's not the All Black way, gobbling clock.
Desperate times, G-Lane.
There's 10 seconds left on the clock. Again.
Oh, we are
Again.
gobbling clock.
Don't do it. Don't do it, All Blacks. Run it.
We've succumbed. We
And
have succumbed to gobbling
That's
clock.
it. Time is up. Sneakers has it. Sneakers goes deep to Barrett. Barrett kicks it into touch. And the All Blacks survive. 31 points to 27. And a game that was a real ding-dong. Every time the All Blacks would get a lead, the French would strike back. Never underestimate Lecoq.